Humanity's story is written not just in books, but in the very dust of the earth. For centuries we thought we understood our early chapters, ancestors walking across land bridges, spreading across continents. But sometimes a discovery forces us to rewrite everything. In the Philippines, a handful of ancient stone tools has done just that. These tools, shaped by vanished hands, were found deep in Luzon's river clays. They challenge our most basic ideas about our ancient relatives. The find suggests a journey once thought impossible for such early beings. It's as if we've uncovered a lost page from the first chapter of the human saga. This page tells of a time when the world was different, and our ancestors were more capable than we imagined. The Luzon discovery isn't just a local curiosity, it's a piece of a much larger puzzle across Southeast Asia. It connects us to a forgotten branch of our family tree, one that braved the open ocean long before we thought possible. The world suddenly seems older, and our origins more mysterious. What other secrets lie buried, waiting to be unearthed? The stone tools of Luzon remind us, the past is not a closed book. Our journey to understand who we are has just become far more exciting. In Luzon's Kalinga region, archaeologists unearthed something extraordinary. 57 stone tools and the butchered bones of a rhinoceros. These simple flakes, chipped for sharpness, were used to carve meat from the ancient beast. The shock came when scientists dated the site, 709,000 years old. This pushed back the timeline for hominins in the Philippines by over 600,000 years. The tools were made with a basic but effective technique, striking a core stone to create sharp flakes. The rhinoceros bones, marked and smashed for marrow, offer a vivid snapshot of life 750,000 years ago. This was not random chance, this was survival, planning, and cooperation. But Luzon has always been an island, never connected to the mainland. Whoever made these tools didn't walk to the Philippines, they crossed the sea. This single fact overturns long-held assumptions about early hominins. It suggests a sophistication or perhaps luck that redraws our migration maps. The discovery forces us to imagine a world where the sea was not an absolute barrier. Instead, it was a formidable obstacle, sometimes crossed against all odds. The Luzon tools are a testament to resilience and ingenuity. They show us that our ancient relatives were far more capable than we ever believed. The story of human migration is being rewritten, one stone at a time. For years, scientists believed only Homo sapiens could cross open seas. Early hominins like Homo erectus were thought to be land-bound, stopped by the ocean's edge. The Luzon discovery shatters that idea. Reaching the Philippines 700,000 years ago required a sea crossing. No land bridges, just open water. How did they do it? Most likely not by design but by accident. Scientists speculate that ancient humans may have been swept out to sea by storms or tsunamis, clinging to natural rafts of vegetation. Imagine a small group, adrift for days, finally washing ashore on Luzon, isolated but alive. Surviving in a new world demanded adaptability, finding water, food, and new ways to hunt. The Kalinga tools proved they succeeded. The sea, once thought impassable, was crossed by chance and resilience. This changes our perception of early hominins, not as primitive but as survivors. They adapted, endured, and established new populations in unfamiliar lands. Human migration wasn't just about walking, it was about drifting, luck, and fortitude. The story of our ancestors is more adventurous than we ever imagined. The ocean was a barrier, but not an unbreakable one. Luzon's discovery is part of a larger pattern across Southeast Asia's islands, known as Wallacea. These islands, separated by deep ocean trenches, were long thought unreachable by early humans. But evidence from Flores and Sulawesi tells a different story. On Flores, stone tools over 1 million years old were found, on an island never connected to the mainland. Sulawesi yielded even older tools, dating back 1.48 million years. These finds show that ancient hominins repeatedly crossed deep waters. What was once considered a rare fluke now appears to be a recurring event. These island crossings suggest a widespread, if sparse, population of seafaring hominins. For over 1 million years, ancient humans lived and evolved on these isolated islands. The sea did not stop them, it shaped their destinies. This pattern forces us to rethink the capabilities and range of our ancestors. Wallacea was not empty, it was a dynamic landscape of adaptation and evolution. The islands were not waiting for Homo sapiens, they were already home to remarkable human stories. The map of ancient human settlement is being redrawn, island by island. Isolation on these islands led to extraordinary evolutionary changes. On Flores, hominins evolved into the Hobbit, just 3.5 feet tall. Despite their size, they made tools and hunted, surviving in isolation for hundreds of thousands of years. The discovery of proved our species was not alone until recently. On Luzon, a similar story unfolded. In Callao Cave, bones revealed a new species, small-bodied, with a mix of ancient and modern traits. The 700,000-year-old tools from Kalinga suggest these toolmakers were ancestors of. Like Flores, Luzon's ancient population arrived by sea, became isolated, and evolved into a unique species. Two islands, two parallel stories of human evolution. The human family tree is far bushier and more diverse than we ever imagined. Each island reveals a new branch, shaped by isolation and time. Our evolutionary story is one of adaptation, diversity, and surprise. The Kalinga discovery is thrilling, but the biggest mystery remains. Who made these tools? We have evidence of their actions, but not their bones. The most likely candidate is Homo erectus, a widespread and successful hominin known for tool-making and fire. Their fossils are found nearby in Java and China, making them logical seafarers, but the later had surprisingly primitive features, raising new questions. Could an even older, unknown hominin have reached Luzon? The fossil record is full of surprises, and the true identity of the Kalinga toolmakers remains elusive. This mystery highlights the limits of our knowledge about human evolution in Asia. Each discovery adds complexity and new questions. Archaeologists now search for a single tooth or bone to reveal the toolmaker's identity. Solving this puzzle would change our understanding of human history. The search for Luzon's ancient inhabitants continues, with the promise of world-changing revelations. The Luzon discovery isn't a minor footnote, it's a fundamental rewrite of our history. The old story of a simple, linear migration is gone. Instead, we see a world filled with diverse human species, each adapting and surviving in unique ways. Sea crossing was not exclusive to Homo sapiens, it's a much older trait. Our ancestors were not brutish wanderers, but resilient survivors facing immense challenges. Multiple human species coexisted for millennia, each with its own story. The oceans were not absolute barriers, but dangerous rivers sometimes crossed. Our models of migration and evolution must be revised. The story is no longer a straight line, but a web of evolutionary experiments. Luzon and Flores were like the Galapagos for humans, each island fostering new forms. Human evolution was a global phenomenon, full of innovation and change. Early sea-crossing hominins blur the line between us and our ancient relatives. Traits like tool-making and survival at sea may have deep roots shared by cousins who vanished. This complicates the classic out-of-Africa model. Southeast Asia was home to unique, resilient human populations for hundreds of thousands of years. When modern humans arrived, they encountered these ancient island peoples. Did our ancestors meet or even interbreed with them? The timelines overlap, and the possibility is electrifying. Our species is just one twig on a bushy evolutionary tree. Understanding these lost relatives enriches our own identity. We are not the inevitable pinnacle, but one lucky branch among many. The past is more diverse and more humbling than we ever imagined. Luzon's ancient tools have opened a new frontier in human origins. They reveal a lost world where our relatives braved seas and survived against the odds. The next great mystery: who were these toolmakers and what became of them? Archaeologists now hunt for their bones, hoping for a skull, jaw, or tooth to name these ghosts from our past. Each new find could reshape our understanding of ancient migrations. Geneticists search for traces of these hominins in modern DNA, hoping for a breakthrough like the Denisovans. The story is far from over. If anything, it's just beginning. The Earth is a vast archive, and we've only started to read its secrets. Somewhere the bones of our lost cousins are waiting. When we find them, they'll have a remarkable story to tell.